What is
Hype.
up? Box office banner, dude. We're here to talk about some Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Season 4.
Dude, this season snuck up on me.
It really
kind of did.
I
Yeah.
was so excited for it, forgot about it, and then was like, oh, fuck, it's coming out Friday.
For
I didn't
me,
have time to rewatch any of them before.
No.
it's been like, how many years? 3 years or some crazy shit? I've just been sitting in the dark like, But no, yeah, I could see how that happen. Because eventually you get to a point where you're like, dude, is it ever going to fucking come?
Did you get to rewatch it before?
What? A third time?
Well, did you get to rewatch the
1,
previous
2, 3.
seasons before?
No, I didn't do it. But I've seen each season at least twice.
But I wanted to watch it and then immediately go into...
Surprisingly, I don't remember as much from 1 and 2 as I thought I did those. Remy's rewatching it right now. Or watching it for the first time.
Oh, shit, really?
Yeah, he watched like the first 6 episodes. Was like, this show sucks. And now he's like, I gotta tell you, I'm coming around to Stranger Things. And he's like, now he's telling me about it every day. And I'm like, oh yeah, that happened. But season 3 and 4, like the back of my mind.
Dude, season 3, though. Billy. Anyway.
Love it.
Season 4.
Love season.
Knee-jerk reaction review, I guess.
Yeah, do we have any thoughts on like episode 1? Do people love this episode? We were.
Is this where the
Yeah,
is
no,
this
it's
where
tough.
the first?
We were talking about maybe going episode by episode, but that's gonna be a
let's
little
just-
rough, maybe.
We can just talk about it
We
as
just
a whole,
it's
honestly.
It's
Well,
like
I'll just
it's like a
come
long
out-
movie. We'll
I'll
just,
come out and say when I watched the first episode, though, I was initially, I think I put up too strong of a guard. Like I prejudged it. I'm the type of person, less is more a whole lot of times in TV shows. Like when there's certain shows, I'm like, 10 episodes is perfect. Why are you making it 16, a la The Walking Dead? Or, even like when they're into the Badlands, big fan of that. When it was like 6 episodes, 10 episodes, then they expanded to 16 in the 3rd season. It's like, dude, you're doing too much. You're losing people's attention. It just doesn't work. So when I'm seeing these lengthy episodes, I'm watching the first episode. It's a lot of dialogue, which I love, but I'm watching it and I'm kind of like, man, are they overdoing it? Even the second episode, I'm like, I'm here for this, but I don't know if I'm here for this quite like the other seasons. But
dude,
boy,
I
did
love the
that
first 2
fucking
episodes.
change. I do too. I mean, I loved them, just not on par with a couple other seasons.
Yeah,
to me.
but I love.
But then it happened.
So
It
I
took
can-
me over.
I can agree with that in a sense because I completely forgot that the episodes were all over an hour long.
oh yeah,
So going into the first episode, I was expecting that 40, 50-minute shit
she
or
had to
whatever.
wait
So
30 more minutes.
I found myself like, it still got more to go. And then I found myself not liking the first episode like as much the first time around because of that. But then rewatching it, because I've rewatched the first, I think 3 episodes twice.
I feel like they went pretty.
Yes.
The pace was pretty good.
Once you
yeah,
know and you're going into it knowing it's over an hour, dude,
Yeah.
it's
I
hard
loved
to
all of them.
Yeah.
take your
First
eyes
one.
off.
They didn't
but-
seem like they went on too long.
Every episode ended, and I was like, I want to watch this.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
I
dude.
want more.
Ending that. Well, that's what really saved it for me. And at first, dude, I don't know why I've had this type of feeling for this too. I was putting up a little block on the new characters like Eddie Munson and fucking Argyle. I was
Argyle,
like, I'm
dude.
sitting there, I'm
You don't
like,
him?
I love Argyle.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say I like him.
but I was sitting there, I
Which
was
one's he,
like,
the
they
hell-
can't, because this
Argyle?
show is
No.
slow. They're so flawless at inserting in
yeah, he's
new characters. And when they brought in these new guys, I was like, something made me go like, they can't possibly knock this out of the park
Yeah.
again. And going in with that mindset, I was like, I don't know how much, but they won me over. So much so, my second watch, because my whole Saturday and Sunday was watching Stranger
Watched it
Things
twice.
back to back. I talked to Josh. He's like, I'm on the 4th episode. I watched it twice. He's like, what? How?
Been out 3 days.
It's been out 3 minutes. Yeah, and it was. I had to watch with the wife too, and I couldn't wait for it. You know how that goes.
See,
One of my
I didn't
favorite
like
shows.
Argyle at first. I thought he
Yeah.
was forced in his character
They
until
grow
that
on
rewatch of the
you.
first episode, and I was like,
liked
dude,
Yeah, yeah.
Good
Argyle
comic
is the
relief.
man. Yes, he was perfect with it, dude.
And there's another new character we'll talk about a little later. I guess we gotta do that for spoilers. I don't know if it's a spoiler review quite yet. It kind of is. Are we just making this a spoiler review?
Might as well
I
be.
mean,
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, spoiler it up. Sorry, guys.
Talking about one.
Yeah, that character.
Okay.
Do we want to jump into that yet? 'Cause we
I'll
didn't
jump
kinda
into it
save
as non-detail as possible.
Yeah,
at
spoilers.
first.
No,
You
we're
Well,
doing
yeah.
spoilers.
It's a spoiler.
I called it him being number 1, but I didn't call it until he helped 11 the first time. When he like said something to her that you knew he wasn't supposed to be saying to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this guy, he's number one. I looked at Jamie, I was like, he's number one. I was like, this is it. But the twist at the end of the show, the other 2 or 3 twists, dude, blew
Yeah,
my
we'll
fucking
jump
mind.
into that.
I was
And
so excited
and
about
I'll
that.
say this much before we jump completely into that, dude. The guy from Twilight's just holding people back because that dude,
Yeah, no shit.
that motherfucker did some method acting and he wrecked it.
Yeah.
When he's giving his little speech, we'll jump more into that. When he's talking to her, and his eyes, the way he's staring at her, it's like, holy shit, this dude's like intimidating, and he shouldn't be. 'Cause he looks like a pretty boy.
Yeah.
So
No,
good.
He's a beast for sure.
So
Yeah.
that's what really won me over. The whole first episode, I was like, I like this. I do. It's good. It's passable. I'm curious to see where this goes from here. And then Eddie kind of won me over in the woods with the, what's her name? Chrissy or something?
Chrissy.
Yeah. When he won me over with her, I was like, dude, this dude's just,
I loved it.
I like his
he's
depth
great.
there. And yeah, he
was amazing.
I was gonna do my top 5 characters. I don't know if y'all forgot about
I
that.
just prepared mine.
Okay, I was gonna say come up with that by the end of the video because I got mine memorized now. And this is not even for the season. I just said it in general. But he won me out. I was like, damn, I think I'm kind of liking this guy. And it's picking up some steam. I was curious where it was gonna go. And then when that first fucking death happened, and I knew I liked the design
Shit.
of Vecna. But
Wasn't
when
expecting that.
when
at
he
all.
came down the steps, there was even a part of me I was like, "Don't show him all the way yet. That might ruin it and build the suspense." But they showed him, and it worked. And him has that one, the left hand is
It's
like
bigger.
huge, and he just puts it around your face. It's like, "Join me." And I love Eddie's acting too in that. He's like, "Wake up, Chrissy!"
Yeah.
Like he's just like,
Scared to death,
He's
yeah.
like, "You're freaking me out, Chrissy!" And I'm just like,
Stu
I
Baker
felt
kinda
him. Yeah,
throwback.
dude. And when she lifts up, and dude, that was a spoiler I hated though, because I remembered in the fucking trailer Max lifting up. So I was like, oh my god, this
Oh
motherfucker
shit.
is going to get Max, or there's at least gonna be a panic. And we'll get to that episode. But when she lifted up and then went against the ceiling, the way she broke, like, and
Yeah.
the eyes
It's the
sunk in
jaw
her.
that gets me every time. When the jaw
Yeah, it goes-
dislocates and moves sideways.
Dude,
Dude,
easily
I love how they went there with it.
the darkest Stranger Things
Which
yet.
I love.
And
I
the
love
horror aspect.
No, they went way further into horror this time around.
Oh lord!
But the aspect of what you said about Vecna not showing him all the way at first, I had that fear too.
Mhm.
But then after you watch the 7 episodes, you realize he's in this show, like this season, a lot. Vecna's in it a lot, so it's really good that they gave us a look at
What's
him at
weird
first instead of hiding it.
is I disagree with that.
Really.
But his presence is always there. It's usually like
That's
one
probably-
time at the end of the episode. You know, like it doesn't show him a whole lot. There's times where you could think it's slow and you're like, "Where's
I guess
Vecna?" But
episode
it builds
4 is
it
the
up.
most
Our
you
group
get.
chat.
Yeah.
Or top 5.
And this, what I love about this, being a big horror fan and a huge fan of the show already, I was waiting. I won't reveal something. There's a certain season that I don't like as much. It's fine. It's passable. But when you got amazing season, passable season, amazing season, I have to reserve my judgment because they just put out a passable season with 2 amazing seasons. It's not one of my favorite shows. I wanted it to be, but I had to be real with myself. And after this season, whew, definitely, maybe even top 5.
Yeah.
But
There with.
but oh my god, what they did with Vecna, dude, it gave me straight Nightmare on Elm Street vibes. I'm seeing a lot of people say
100%.
this, and we even get a cameo
Yes,
in
we do.
episode 4. Another one of the amazing parts of episode 4. So yeah, I mean, it's slow in the beginning, but it picks up and it keeps you on the edge of your seat. With the end of the episodes, really are just like, fuck, what's gonna happen next? And then the second episode, kind of slow again, but then you get the one dude, I forget his name, with the glasses. I loved how he fell into that grave, and then it like a portal almost opens up, and Vecna's just walking, and it's like, where do you go? That would be fucking terrifying. And I thought that was gonna wear and tear on me. I was like, well, he's only gonna kill people this one way. That's gonna get old quick. But there's something about the way they did it where it worked
Well, it was in a
every
different
time.
environment too each time.
Yeah.
Like the boat one, that one was
Mhm.
crazy.
Oh, yes.
dude. I love that
Loved
one.
That was a
Mhm.
great scene.
But I kind of want to. I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I want to go on and get to episode 4. That whole ordeal with Max and everything, like leading up to it, and like Max became a huge character in 3, and
Mhm.
I wasn't the biggest fan
Really?
of her at first. But I think it's Billy, her brother. I
Yeah.
think their
He killed
connection is what got me to end up liking her. But her character in this season, flawless.
Yeah.
Like,
She's-
absolutely
When she has
flawless.
the talk with Billy, where he's like, "You weren't really sad that I died. Like,
Yes.
you
Oh,
did nothing
God.
because you really
wanted-
wanted me
yeah.
to." Dude, that gave me chills.
Yeah.
Dude, that was such a
like-
good speech.
And it's
scene.
almost like she was sitting there like, damn, did I? Like, I don't know
like,
for
second
sure.
guessing it at that point.
Yeah. I'm going to go out a limb here, and I'm going to say Max is going to have the biggest career out of everybody on this show.
I don't know, Finn, dude.
No, Max is going to... Dude,
Think
she's,
so?
Sadie Sink is going to eclipse him.
I
She's
don't
about to
know,
be in an
dude.
A24 film now, too.
What?
She just got casted in an A24 film.
Oh,
She's going to
shit.
eclipse him. She's going to be... It's going to shock everybody because she came in a little later, but she's going to be the best.
Well,
like,
I'll tell
she's
you
going
right
to
now,
translate.
her acting in season 4 was
Full
like,
all
top
out. The way
tier.
she emotes, like give her a fucking Oscar. Like the way she was doing a
Well,
TV
it'd be
show
an Emmy
one.
on
Yeah,
there.
Emmy.
But,
Yeah.
But yeah, I think her character, and I love how they focused mainly on her on episode 4, but also kept it in touch with, the boys. And then I think in 4 they were still dealing with the California shit, which I feel like they dropped toward the end of the season. They kind of
California?
dropped the California
The-
storyline.
What are you talking about? Why am I
The people
blanking?
who are out in
Yeah,
California,
you
what's
got
his
Mike
name? Jonathan?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mike, Jonathan.
I
Yeah,
know
and
who
I
you're
feel
talking
like
about.
Jonathan
Sure.
wasn't even in the last couple episodes.
He wasn't, I don't think.
So,
Which
there is one complaint I have, by the way, for the show we'll get on.
They spread.
later.
Yeah, they spread it out pretty good, but it worked as you kept watching
So
it.
that's kind of into my question. They have so many different storylines going on. Which one was the most interesting to you? Like, whose character line? Which group of characters? Because you got, like, Hopper in prison.
Damn.
Because that's that
Hopper
was the
in
most
prison?
interesting.
Yeah,
to me.
that's
like,
a
that
good
drew
one.
me in the
I don't
most.
even know, dude.
Hopper
And
trying to escape prison, getting recaptured, and the one dude who he's with is from Game of Thrones.
Yep.
I don't know if
yeah,
y'all caught that.
Enzo, or what is that his
Yeah,
name?
he's the faceless man.
Yeah. I immediately caught it from his voice before I even saw him, and I was like, said to my
Dude, I'll be
girlfriend,
straight up
Game of Thrones.
honest. I didn't even notice it was him, but you're exactly right. I
It
could
is.
see
Listen
it.
to his voice, and you'll
Oh,
never
yeah.
unhear it.
I'm shocked I didn't.
Watch it
piece
a
together.
third time, Brandon.
Hopper is no.
Tell you what I want to see more of, and I could almost like see like their own spin-off show. I think Steve and Eddie would be a great pairing. Like you got a little bit of them there at the end, but I think Steve and Eddie would be
I don't know if it'd
great
work
best
without
friends.
Dusty.
No, dude, I think it would.
I don't know.
I think them two, as it goes on, if fucking Eddie lives, I think they're gonna continue to be in the mix together, and I think they're gonna hit on all cylinders, dude. Like, and they already kind of are. Like, they're actually the same age, and they look like they're the same age at least. I think them two are gonna be a fucking like. If it is the last season, what they're saying, maybe this shit makes so much money, they're like, fuck it, because it's been killing. Them two, I love the dynamic duo there, and I see the potential for something great with them too. I love what he says to him too. Yeah, he's like that girl up there. He's talking about Wheeler, or what the fuck's her name?
Nancy.
Nancy. I don't know why. Yeah, because that's what I love about it. Because even at the end, when fucking Vecna's like Nancy, I'm like Nightmare on Elm Street all fucking day. But like he's telling her just like, I don't know what you did with her. And you see Steve and Nancy's relationship kind of looking like it might be a thing again. He's just like, but that girl jumped in after you. And he's like, and I'm just this whatever, like, rocker guy. But I can tell you right now, like that, if that's what real love is. Like, I've seen it. Like, I can tell I think they're gonna end up being really good friends if both live. That is.
That kind of leads into my one complaint of this season.
The chemistry between them two is terrible. You just
Who?
come out. No, I'm saying that's what
Oh.
you say. I'm like, oh,
No,
okay.
I don't like how they kind of just. I feel like they threw away Nancy and Jonathan's relationship. Like they built that up for what, 2 seasons?
Well, we still got 2 episodes.
I know, but
I wonder
She's
if
going
that's
you
back
can
to
kind of.
tell.
Steve.
You can tell 100% she's going back to Steve. 100%.
But I think they're building that up, and we'll see later, like how the
But they never
drama
gave
and
them a
that
chance.
unfolds.
We never got to see them like really on screen together.
No, but they do mention of it, like how like they're going, like even fucking oh my god, Jonathan. he even says like he's like I'm telling her that like our guy when they're playing golf, he's like talking about but I thought you were going with
gonna break up with
Nancy,
her, right.
and he's just like, but like he's like I can't, like, and how is that fair? Like, and like I mean, he's like, why didn't you tell her you weren't gonna go? It's like, is that fair? Because if I tell her that, she's gonna stay behind and all that shit. So they are at least setting a plot line. It's not like out of left field.
Well, I hope they do something before, because I don't want there to be her cheating on him with fucking Steve. Like, I don't need any of that. I just want, if she's gonna do it, like, make the choice to Jonathan and make it like mutual or argument, whatever. But I just feel like we didn't get enough of Jonathan and Nancy.
And Steve has became such an amazing, maybe the most selfless character in the whole fucking series from like his beginnings of the first fucking season. Like, who could have saw that coming? I would actually love that, like, if he had a talk with Jonathan and Jonathan's just like you came a long way, like that's you. I got other fish to fry.
Changed. I feel like he's remained kind of the same the past couple episodes or seasons. Steve.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about the first season. He was a dickhead.
Right.
The arc had already happened by then in season 2. So yeah, he's been the same since then. But yeah.
Are we ready to do our top 5 characters? We got more to talk about?
Oh, we got more to talk about. We got to talk about the favorite scene that I think maybe everybody is agreeing with. What is y'all's favorite scene?
Oh, I don't have my favorite scene.
I mean, my favorite scene is running up that hill with Sadie Sink. We didn't go into that with Vecna.
That's my
scene for
favorite.
me would be like the twist reveal. That whole entire.
The second
we got to
favorite.
touch on that.
I did really, I think, towards the end where that one dude's talking and it's given like a flashback.
Yes.
And Nancy's walking through
Through
him
the upside
actually going through what he's kind of talking about.
Yeah.
I really love that.
And everything with Papa, dude. The way they transpired that, like, is he the good guy? Is he the bad guy? What's going to happen here at the 11?
I don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a good guy with bad morals.
Mm-hmm.
It's hilarious.
Anything to say, Tom?
But you had to like jump
Yeah, I
in-
like it.
to jump at the ending of it though. It's like you get the twist and everything of
Vecna.
number one of Vecna, but it blew me away. The fact that not only was I was correct on the number
Which
one
I called
theory.
it too. I said it to my
I was like,
girlfriend.
dude, fuck! I was so excited. Then they revealed that he was Victor Creel's son, and I was like,
oh shit.
what? And then they reveal he's Vecna, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, you
this
seen
is
that
so
Spider-Man meme
beautiful.
where all the Spider-Men are pointing at each other?
Oh no!
And that shows all 3 of them like, I wanted to post it in the group. I was like, I don't even think they've seen it all yet, and that's a big spoiler. There's so many memes like that I don't want to do because I don't know who's seen shit yet. But yeah, and how about his acting?
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
He
though, dude,
murdered
is
it.
He did so. I don't think the scene would have been as good as it is if it weren't for him.
When he's looking at her with like red eyes, but
Yeah.
like the like bright blues just like staring into her soul, like we're different.
yeah,
Like
it was-
he lays it out.
and then they had
perfectly.
their fight, which
And they
I
said-
loved. Me and
yeah.
Tyler watched the fight before we came over.
Yeah,
too.
and they said that like he was doing method acting for this whole thing. Like
Oh,
he went
really?
into like a whole thing with this. Yeah,
Good, job well done.
yeah, and
For
he
real.
fucking murdered it. But my favorite scene, Tyler, I think it said it's his favorite scene too.
Yeah.
It's the whole like knowing that's coming because I put 2 together from the trailer, and then the intensity of it, and then me loving the running up the hill song. I know y'all didn't even really know about it, but it was even bigger for me because when Sadie Sink, Max's character, was walking through the hallway and playing it, and then they were like, oh, just like, what's her favorite song? I was like, oh, it's gonna be Run Up the Hill, and then you're like, okay, she's gonna be fine now. The little portal opens up, but then Vecna's just the way he acts in this scene. He's just like they can't save you, Max, and it's like, oh shit, so it's not gonna fucking work. And then she's running away, but it's not like Vecna's in panic. He's not like running after her, like come
testing
back.
her almost.
He's just like as a viewer with the music and Running Up the Hill playing, and she's getting closer. You're like. I literally both times I watched it, I didn't cry, but I had tears in my eyes, and I was on the edge of my seat. Like never in a moment have I wanted a character to live more. I literally went the first time I watched it when I was by myself. I was like, "Fucking go, Max!" I'm like, "Go!" And Vecna, the most he does, he's just staring, and the world is falling. I'm like, he's gonna fucking kill her. Because as a viewer, you had this feeling of just like, why is he not more like this is his world right now, like Freddy Krueger. It almost felt like Vecna had such a calmness where you're like, okay, she's fine now, she's gonna get to the little portal. But then you're looking at Vecna as a viewer and you're like, he's too chill. Like he knows. He's like, she can try to run, but I got something for that ass. And like I felt that in the moment. And then when it cuts to black, it's like holy shit. And the way they're like holding her, like I thought I lost you, and they play that emotional cover of the song. It's one of those like Netflix is like next episode. I'm like, no, let this just play and let me just soak in this moment. Like, holy shit!
It was a nail biter.
I didn't necessarily think she was gonna die, but I could have seen them.
I thought she was
doing
going
it,
to.
which leads me to my question: are any of the main characters gonna die in the next 2 episodes?
The next 2?
To the
I
end
mean,
of the season?
Nancy's on the
Do you
fucking
think any
block
of them
here.
are gonna die? I think they need to kill a main
Yeah,
character.
who would
I
you
think
want it
that
to
would
be?
I don't want it to be anybody,
I know. It's
but like I think that would bring this season like.
The ultimate last gut
Like,
punch.
could you see Max actually dying at
Well,
the end?
here's the thing. 2 things. Nancy's on the chopping block.
Where's she at?
She's in the throes of Vecna. She remember her eyes rolled back when they were going in the
Yep.
upside down, and Steve was like, "Nancy, wake up!"
Yep.
We don't know what's going on with that yet. But here's the thing that somebody brought up. 2 things. Somebody brought this up, so I can't take credit for it. It was like a meme. It's like they're saying Robin is gonna save Nancy because she remember when she was like, "Oh, you like Tom
Sacrifice.
Cruise?" No, she was like, "Oh, you like Tom Cruise?" And she ran over to her tapes and she was like, "Oh, you listen to this and all that." So now Robin would know like maybe what her favorite song is. So that's one theory. So that could be cool. And then the other thing, what the fuck was I just about to say? You can go, because that way I don't forget.
Well, the thing with Nancy, which is interesting, is all the people who have been killed by Vecna have had the symptoms beforehand. The headaches and like the bloody
Nancy
noses.
hasn't.
Nancy hasn't had any of that. So how is she in this? I think that's interesting to figure out why or how.
I think
She's at this point.
we might not even get a great explanation for that. I think honestly what it is Vecna knows like they're on his heels and they're already like in his world, so he could like speed up the process. Like she's already there. So he's like, "No, you ain't escaping.
to
I'm
see.
taking this one." But yeah,
dude. They are good friends to find out what her favorite song was. Do y'all know Do y'all know my favorite song? Do we know Rodney's? We would all be dead.
yeah, Run Up the Hill is my favorite song ever, so
Is
it
it?
worked perfect for me. No.
See, I mean,
Yeah. But then also I want to touch on a couple more things real quick. Robert Englund.
yeah.
Dude, when I saw he was cast to this, as much as I love England, I'm like, oh, was that just because they need somebody that relates to the story? And, oh, it's a cool horror icon. He actually killed it. Like, I felt all of his emotion, especially when he's like, I tried to, like, end it. And he's like, well, they stopped the bleeding. It's
They
like,
didn't
man,
use
he's
him
like-
too much, which was a good thing.
Yeah.
No, it was
I
a
liked how much
cameo.
they
It was a perfect cameo. Perfect shit with that. Then one last thing I got to say about things that need to be said. One scene that was dope as fuck to me, and it's almost just like, it was such like, did you forget about me? I'm pretty badass too. The Demogorgon scene.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
motherfucker, that scene,
Brutal.
well, dude, he was slaughtering
Yes,
people.
with
like,
ease.
it was fucking, like, it may be like the most intense Demogorgon scene I've seen. The
I
way
would
he
say
was
They showed more,
biting
too.
heads.
Yeah.
In the end, when the doors are slowly closing
And he's
and
open
shit,
got in there.
yeah, it's like, oh my god, like it was so intense.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought Faceless Man was gonna eat
I
shit
thought
in
he
that
was gonna
scene.
die.
I did.
dude, it was so fucking
Ready
good.
for top 5 characters? No.
Yeah, there's one more thing I could touch
Okay.
on, but I'll
Leave it
extend it in the top 5 characters.
Who wants to go first? 'Cause I did my top 5 for this season.
Oh, so you didn't do it for all around seasons?
No.
I just did it for a whole.
I'll go first. I did all around.
I mean,
That's what I'll do.
I can figure mine out.
11 obviously comes in at number 1. Why did I start at number 1?
You're an idiot.
All right, number
you really?
Yeah.
I meant
numbered these
starting
in
at
the
number
group chat.
11.
Number 1's 11.
I almost wanted to do
Uh,
top 10.
Number
characters.
5, I'll go with Mike. I like Mike. 4, Steve. Steve's amazing. Number 3, Hopper.
Be curious to see if shit changes.
And number 2, Dustin.
knows?
I really like Dustin.
Okay.
So, I
Remy
mean, I got
hates him.
5 fucking.
He's
I
like,
hated
if I,
him at
Some
first.
people
like, if
hate
I
him, some
had a-
people love him, you know?
yeah, dude. Remy was like, if I had a kid that looked like Dustin, like I'd have bored him at like age 3. He said something like that. I
Is
was
that your
like,
top 5? Is that
Yeah,
all?
yeah, yeah.
so he's a cute kid, Jesus.
I'll go. So I kind of adjusted mine. Number 5 for this season was going to be Eddie.
Nice.
I want to see more of him. I do really like his character. He could sneak into top 5.
Mm-hmm. He
He's
was that
the
good.
guy who's accused of the murder. But number 5 of all season, Murray. I love Murray.
Dude, I love Murray
Yeah.
too.
think
Murray's
he's
a lot
so
of fun
Love
this season.
him. My feet are like spears. He says that last. My hands like iron.
He's such. He's so
Number
great.
4 is going to be Steve. I
Steve.
really like Steve's character. He's really grown on me. I didn't like him at first, kind of what Brandon was hitting on.
it
He's
was
really
obvious,
grown on me.
though. No one did.
3, Billy. I fucking love Billy's character.
I did,
Seeing
too.
him fucking die.
That was such an
Ruthless,
emotional
dude.
scene.
Number 2, Dustin. I love Dustin.
Yeah, there we go.
Too. I think he's great. And number 1 for me, Hopper. Hopper's my
Dude.
favorite.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't hate on Hopper in
Hopper's
any way.
great.
Nice. Dude, my honorable mention, I'll do one just because you said it. It extends on what I was going to say about him. Murray. Murray this season is so fucking good, dude.
He's so funny.
He was already great, but like
karate. That whole karate.
he cracked
joke's
it up,
perfect.
dude. When he was fucking impersonating Yuri,
That
he
was
was like,
great.
"Oh, yeah!" Like he fucking killed it. He's like the unsung hero, dude.
For sure.
He's so great. But my number 5 is gonna have to be Robin. Robin is the shit, dude.
Love her.
Love
I'm
her.
not huge on her.
Love
really,
Robin.
dude. I love her awkwardness.
I love
And she
like her
seems
more
to
than Nancy, but
save the day. I'm not a big.
Oh,
fan
I got
of
a
Nancy.
question. Well, who would you rather bang, Robin,
Ethan Hawke or
Robin,
Uma
or
Thurman?
what was her name?
Nancy.
Nancy.
Robin.
I think Robin. I feel like Nancy's gotten uglier. I think it's the haircut. Like,
Dude,
she
so
looked.
the answer's
Watch her be like
Ro-
she was 15.
the
in
answer's
season 2.
Robin.
I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, that's.
Never mind. She wasn't hotter then.
I wasn't gonna ask that because I was gonna be like,
It's
dude,
the
they're in
frizz-
high school.
It's
but
the
those
frizzy hair, dude.
It's Robin.
Number
Nancy's 27.
number 4 for me. Which this is torture right now. Is I think I just forgot who my number 4 is.
Yeah,
My number 4
sure.
is 11. 11's gonna be in the mix. Actually liked her more earlier on, but I still really like her, and
I'm
she
not
still
huge on her
definitely
on
has
this
her
season.
place.
Not on this season, no.
But yeah, she's great. Number 3, Max. I love Max. I even loved
growing
her
on me.
going back to season 3. Like she grew on me tenfold in that season. Like I don't know if y'all need to rewatch that or not. I don't know when was the last time
I
you
do.
watched it. But she really picked it up in that season. 2, I was like, yeah, this is a good enough. 3, I was like, damn, dude, this is like top tier out of the kids. And 4, it just solidified. I'm like, this bitch is about to be special. I could see it from a mile away. Number 2 is gonna be Steve. Steve's my guy.
Yeah.
And then number 1 and 2 are interchangeable. They're interchangeable. It's like it's
Yeah, it's Steve and mine.
it's so fucking close. I actually want to put Steve over this person because I liked him more this season. But number 1 is Hopper. Because as much as I love the Hopper storyline, it just something about it, just because of his situation in this season, I didn't feel like I was watching Hopper at times. Like he's
Yeah.
still Hopper, but he had to be like full on badass, quiet, reserved Hopper. I didn't get all the Hopperisms that
Yeah.
I got in other seasons.
That makes sense.
But Hopper's still gonna be my number 1. I gotta give it to him
Dude,
by a hair,
Hopper's-
and it's not even that. It's really pick your poison, one or the other.
Rodney, you got top 5?
Yeah, my number 5 will have to go to Robin. I think Robin's an awesome character. I love how she's so talkative and nervous in this season.
Yeah,
like
dude.
really, like
Yeah,
all
always,
over the
but
place.
she
She's
took it to
perfect.
another level.
Yeah, it was a way higher level.
She's tripping in them like
Perfect,
fucking shoes and shit.
My number 4 goes to Hopper. Of course, I love Hopper's character. I've
great.
gained to like him more and more per season.
Yeah.
Oh,
So definitely gonna have him in there. My number 3
Vecna.
will go to Steve.
Okay, good.
But you're giving a shit every day.
Nah, he's doing that on purpose. Right now, we have the same top 5 different order. Don't ruin it. No, he's about to.
Steve, number 3, dude. Especially when his badassness. Every time his badassness comes out, I love it.
You get
because
chills.
he's such a preppy, like, but at the same time, like, I don't want to do this.
He's
but,
the most selfless person.
Yeah,
in the
he
show.
becomes that. Yeah, he really does become.
Which-
His character development is
I
amazing.
think Eddie says something about it about like I thought I was gonna hate you basically, but you're a really cool dude. Like I like
Yeah.
you. I don't. He had a longer.
Can't
speech,
help it. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the fucking episode, what is it, 6? I was like, oh my God, are they about to kill Steve? Don't do this to me. When those
where
things
they
are
pinned
eating
him down or whatever.
Yeah, and then when in episode 7, he's like, oh, like he's tripping, like he's falling, almost like I'm not going to say that, it's too new, but like a situation where it's like he might die unexpectedly from the wounds, like in the background, you don't see it coming. It's like, he was like, oh, I'm just not feeling that good from the injuries. I was like, oh, don't do me like this. Because, this is the mid-season finale, even though it's not technically mid-season. So I was like, they might go out the bang here.
You got it too, Rodney.
Number 2, Pawpaw.
Really?
I love Pawpaw's character. The reason why is because you don't know if he's good or bad. Like, there's so much evidence that he's a bad person.
But then
But
they
then
swing
there's
it
so
right
much
back around.
Yeah, that he's such a good person. And that's like one of the best villains is like, you don't know if he is. But ultimately, if at the end of this series,
I think
they
he's
make
good.
him the main villain, like they make him the villain, I will be so happy.
I feel like
But
I've
also,
seen
if
too
he's
much that he's
not,
good.
I'll
It would
be
almost
happy
be
too.
weird if he's bad now. I think they
I
pretty
don't
much
know.
revealed
It could work both ways for me.
Number 1.
Billy all day long.
Billy?
Billy.
Yeah, Billy was the shit.
Dude,
Red
and
Ranger.
then his goodbye was so emotional, dude, because his character development in one season
Oh, yeah.
was
Insane.
enough for like 4 seasons, but it was so perfect how his character developed.
Oh
Yeah, and then the scene between him and his dad, dude, that shit. Oh my god.
yeah. I'm gonna put y'all on the spot too.
Uh-oh.
I thought about this and I was like, I should tell myself like, fuck it, let's just do it on the fly. Can you rank the seasons? Because I can.
Yeah, I can right now.
Can you do it?
Without the end of 4?
Yeah, without
Yeah,
being a
so
fool.
far, yeah.
3, 4, 1, 2.
4, 1, 3, 2.
4, 3, 1, 2.
4, 3, 1, 2. All day.
3, 4.
And I'll
I
say-
love season 1.
Yeah, no, 4, 3, and 1 are all like 9s to me. 2 is a really good season, but something about it just isn't as memorable. I don't know what it is.
I'm gonna go back and rewatch it all.
Yeah,
think-
two's like a 7 out of 10.
Because we
to
got
me.
how long until the other episodes come
July
out?
1st.
It's like
July
29
1st?
days, I think I saw.
That's enough time.
So the thing is I think I know what the problem is with 2 is every season is like different, highly different. So like season 1 is the way it is, season 3 is the way it is, season 4, but I think 2 they kind of harped a lot back on season 1. So they
feel
had
that.
you kind of have 2 of season 1, whereas like 3 and 4 are vastly
Different.
different. So I think if they'd have made 2 different from 1, then not the same kind of vibes, the same kind of run through,
Yeah.
then it would have been a lot better.
And I see people just like, the show is not that good this year. And I see people just
That's
like,
insane.
yeah, they're just like, it's too long. This doesn't even feel like Stranger Things. And like, I see other people like, 3 really lost me, but they got back on track with this. So this is like all over the place with people's rankings.
When are we gonna see the Mind Flayer?
Oh, 5. Season 5, the last
You
season.
don't think we'll see?
No.
Him
I
this
think we'll
season?
probably see him
A
at the end of this
tease.
season. Yeah, like a
a
tease.
tease to
coming.
set it
But
up.
dude, I'm telling you, and it'll be the last season. It'll be like the last 2 or 3 episodes will be fucking
Really?
bonkers. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and then one last thing I just remembered because we were talking about. I was saying like I saw something, I can't take credit for it, about Maya Hawke, Robin's character saving Nancy. The other thing I saw is I saw that they said, I don't know if it was the creators or what, or maybe somebody made a bullshit meme, but this is just what I saw. They said the last 2 episodes are gonna rip your heart out.
I hope so.
So
dude.
maybe
Now, how
that
long?
death
Like,
is coming.
they're movies?
I think they're both 2 hours apiece.
Yeah. Either 2 or 2.5.
So we're getting 4 episodes.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's why it's
I'm
mid
so
season.
ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're
And then
2
they're
hours
season
apiece.
I think they're 2 hours
All right.
apiece from what
Peace.
I heard.
We love you.
Get ready, strap in, strap